that hivyo tu ndio ilikuwa.
Mkaachana? Hizo vitu zikaenda na nani? That you invested in, the bike, the duka?
Bike nilibaki nayo. Lakini details sio mimi niko nazo za hiyo bike, ni yako nazo. So it means nikaa tu ni yake.
So akitaka bike yake, she can still come back for it?
Yeah.
Would you give her?
Siwezi mnyima, ndampatia.
So that's actually a good woman. That's a good woman there.
Zii.
Unakataa? Amekuachia bike yake yenye nakupatia pesa hapa kule.
Zii. Kulingana na venye niliona, itatuikae tu hivyo.
So unakanga tu chini hivi, unajua when this lady akikujia bike yake, you'd give her without any fuss?
Yeah.
Duka nani akabaki na duka?
Yeah, ni yako huko.
Au kwa duka, so mkafanya 50-50. Na duka pia alifungwa na pesa yake?
Tulitoania dosi kila mtu.
So have you gotten back any, how do we call it, some sort of profit or money in the investment that you put? Have you gotten it back now that you're not actively on that business?
No, hata kuna kitu tunashughulikana nayo hapa.
Yeye alishakuachia bike hiyo, sasa ujipange nayo. Really interesting. Vanessa, investing with your boyfriend, is this something you've always done? Or you've ever done?
No, I've never invested. The only investment I do is emotionally.
Only?
I only invest emotionally.
Umesema the only thing you bring to the table is emotions.
Yeah.
But would you do it? Would you invest emotionally?
Yes.
Would you invest emotionally? Would you invest financially with your boyfriend?
Yes, if the person is someone trusted, someone I can trust and have faith in, I will. I can.
Si daktari amesema hapa usijaribu, bado utaenda ufanye utaenda kuinvest. Daktari amesema hapa tusifanye hiyo mambo ya kuinvest na wanaume. Anyway, we have some feedback. I want us to read a few as we continue with this discussion. Amos Kenyatta anasema hakuna kitu kama toxic love wewe, lazima ukuwe na heshima. Okay, hakuna kitu kama toxic love wewe, hivyo ndiye anasema. Vincent Shembesta anasema ignorance, the moment you know that you're ignored, you do not matter, call it a relationship or call it quits. I don't know what you mean, Vincent, but you can clarify on that. Janet Shemo anasema when everything starts draining and irritating you and you feel you're not happy. Daktari, when is the right time to leave? I want us to pick up from this point here, Chemo. Anasema when everything starts draining and irritating you, and you feel you're not happy, yeah? So, say, it has gotten to a point where there's no trust anymore. You said something about control also being there. That what are these signs that we should be looking out for and say that, this is now not working, it might get deadly in the end?
Actually, you see, most people discover too late that a relationship is actually dangerous. Because most of the people who are abusive, they tend to get in, there is something we call love bombing. They will treat you badly, then they treat you very well. So after treating you very well, you see you get addicted to that kind of a thing. Your mind begins to enjoy what is happening. And so by the time you are thinking of leaving, this person may treat you so well for a while that you think this guy has changed or this lady has changed. And then they will get back to that behavior again, probably verbally abusive, physically abusive, and then treat you very well again. So what happens is that now you begin to develop what we call trauma bonding. And trauma bonding is where you are excited about the reward of restoration. Because there are these times you are having a breakup or you are having a lot of disagreements, so you are annoyed, and then this person comes back and you reconcile together. Now that reconciliation gives you like a reward. So you keep on looking forward for that. And so eventually you become bonded with this person. And so leaving sometimes is not very easy, because sometimes the person who is abusive may actually threaten you. Actually, when it comes to leaving, it's one of the most dangerous times, because most people will be like, that's the time they can do harm. So you need to see these things early. Begin to study this person. Relationship is not foolishness. By the time you are liking a person, you need to start also studying them. When they're in the social circles, how do they treat people?
Yeah.
When you make a mistake, how do they treat you? One moment they are calling you names. The next moment they are apologizing. Now, when you get into a proper relationship, or even if you get into marriage, and they had not changed, that means they are likely to continue. And the reason why most people don't even leave is because of the fear. Somebody has already been telling you that if you try to leave, I will actually harm you. You see, that puts you in a very scary, it actually puts you in what we call a somatic freeze, whereby you are like, you don't know what to do. So you just stay in that relationship because of the fear that if you leave, this person can harm you. And some of these people are so well connected even with their friends. When they meet with their friends, their friends can even tell you that this is one of the best guys in life. When you go to their families, you'll be told this is one of the best guys around, or the best ladies around. When you go to your family, they treat your family so well that most of the people will tell you, you can't leave such a nice person. So I say, be able, when you're starting with a relationship, notice the red flags. And don't waste time when such red flags come up and they are not changing. But I will say, it is time to leave when that person does. For example, if it is a man or a woman, they physically harm you. You're not married and the guy has already hit you in the face. Why should you stay there? You are not married and the lady is already scratching you everywhere. Why stay there? So you're not married and somebody is already controlling your money that you're earning. Na bado anakuambia hizo ndio huwezi tumia hivyo. It's a man or a woman. Or you can't go here and you can't go there. That is a person who will become a control freak when you get married. So don't get, I will say, for every young man and young woman listening, get into a relationship with your senses. Don't leave your senses behind. That now you invest emotionally, but you can't think. Open your eyes. Actually, I will say, when it comes to relationship, get in with your eyes wide open. Not just to suspect. Ingia ndani, lakini fungua macho. You get it? Don't just assume that now I'm in it and you're in heaven. But open your eyes and see some of the things. But if there are some things that you can work out and resolve them.
What happens when this violence and now red flags starts showing up later in marriage? Say, wewe kama longest serving member in the marriage community here, 25 years in, Say it starts showing up 25 years in. Ameanza sasa kukua abusive, emotionally, physically, financially as well. If it comes later on in the relationship, then what do you do about that?
Now, I will throw it back with a question. Now, if you discovered that this road will not bring you to your destination. You have been driving for 3,000 kilometers, you are remaining with 2,000. And you realize that if you continue that journey, you will end up in either dying. Why should you stay there? Because there are people who are dying today simply because they are saying, we have been married for 30 years. And I'm not an advocate for divorce. I'm not. I pray that people stay
even if it's bad.
No. I'm saying, I pray, that's why I'm a counselor. I pray for that people can be able to sit down and resolve issues. But there are those people who will not be ready. The person has totally changed. They are getting physically violent. Like, I know of people who, a guy is afraid that the wife will poison him. 100%. That, and they're in their 70s. And the man keeps on, he says the only thing that the wife can make for him is boiled water while he's watching.